Let go. Say hello, everybody. Say I'm only going to be in this video for a couple of minutes just so you can see how big I am. She's actually huge. Do you want to stand up quick? Stand up quick. Oh, get up quick. Her romper is on backwards because Dada did not know how it went. So she's been wearing a backwards romper all day because I've been at work all day. But she's huge. And look at all this hair. Here, can I show them all of your pretty hair? I'm just going to pull it all up, okay? I know. No. So much hair. Guys, it's actually almost bedtime, so she's really, really tired, but I am home to film this video, so. Actually, you know what? Let's just film it with Avery. She's doing pretty good. So let me grab our list. Yeah. So I didn't say already, but we are here with Avery's 19-month update. Sorry we are a week late. Can I have those? You can have the brushes. Yes, the brushes. So sorry we are a week late. I was really, really sick all last week. I wanted to get this up the day after her 19 months, but like I said, I was sick. So we are here now to do it because I still want to do these monthly until she is 2, and then we might do it a little bit differently. So I made kind of a longer list this time, so I'll start with the basics, and it's nice to have a list too. Are you going to stand up? Okay. Yeah, the lens cap? Yes. So basics, we did go to the doctor's for her 18-month checkup last month. We went a couple of days after I filmed her 18-month update. So I wasn't able to give you guys like very accurate information. But at the doctor, she weighed 26 pounds. She was in like around the 50th percentile, so she's pretty average for her weight. And she is 33 inches tall, so she's like in like the 60 to 70th percentile for height. So she's a little bit taller. She's actually a lot taller than a lot of kids her age that I've seen her around. She's like significantly taller than a lot of them. So I don't know if she's gonna, whoop, dropped it. All good. I don't know if she's gonna be taller, but I definitely can see it kind of. She's got really long legs. And then the size wise, she's still in 18-month clothing, but she can definitely fit into some 2T stuff. There are a lot of 2T t-shirts that she has that she can fit into, and she has a pair of like shorts that run kind of smaller, but they are 2T that she wears all of the time. But definitely have mostly been buying 24-month 2T items, because some like baby clothing brands don't have 2T. They or 24-month. They skip straight from like 18-month to 2T. Can we don't do that, please? No, no, no. Please don't do that. Thank you. So she's definitely in like 2T. She's also in a 5'6" shoe now. We just upped her size shoes like a 5'6", and still size 4 diapers. She hasn't changed with that. So as far as sleep goes, I'm gonna kind of bounce around a little bit. There were some things that we talked about at the doctor's, but like I said, I'm just gonna bounce a little bit around. So as far as sleep goes, she's actually on a really, really great sleep schedule as of lately. I know I mentioned in her 18-month update that she was waking up occasionally in the middle of the night, and that is something we brought up to her pediatrician, and she said that that's very, very common. She's going baby, stop it. She's going through sort of like a regression, so she was waking up, maybe she was teething, we didn't really know for sure, but that has completely stopped. She's on actually a pretty fantastic sleep schedule. She sleeps anywhere from about 7 to 8 at night is when she'll fall asleep, and then she will wake up at about 6, 7 in the morning, which is perfect for us because that's around the time we start to kind of get moving during the day, and then she'll take a nap at 12 and wake up at 2. So a nap from 12 to 2, 1 nap, and then she's up all day, and it's actually worked really well for us. It's probably the best sleeping schedule she's like ever been on. Can we not splay my brushes, please? Look, it's got blush, 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 blush. Yep, you can put it on your face like how you brush your hair. That is sleep. Eating, I don't think anything has changed. As far as eating goes, we have noticed, and this is something that's been sort of ongoing, but I think finally this past month is something we have like noticed being a for sure constant, is she cannot really eat cheddar cheese or eggs without getting, like, we call it a spicy butt, but it's basically where she has like really like liquidy poop, and it like gives her an immediate rash, like it like burns her butt. We call it a spicy butt. So it's always cheddar cheese and eggs. I don't know what it is about them. It's just every time she eats those two things, like you can guarantee within like 12 hours she's gonna have a spicy butt. So we try not to feed her any of those. Ooh, your diaper does feel kind of heavy right now. So those are the two things we try not to feed her. However, she still eats pretty much anything and everything. She is kind of a semi-picky eater though. There are some things that she will not eat, but those are things that are just like weird, I feel like weird things that like even I won't eat. So it's not too awful, but we do offer her pretty much a variety of everything. She eats at the same time as we do. She eats good. You eat good? You like food? Yeah, okay. You're busy. I see. No, don't eat it. You're busy. I see that. Okay, so was this, hold on. Let me see, make sure everything's good here. Okay, so to finish up our talk about the doctor, we did have a couple of concerns when I went to the doctor. The first concern, and like the first only concern I really had, was her speech. And this is something that like a lot of people were like really coming at me hard in my last update for, which I was like, whoa. Like, I mean, I literally said, I think in the update, like I was a little concerned about her speech. But we went to the doctor and the doctor asked if she said anywhere from 5 to 10 words. And we said, not really. She doesn't really say, you don't eat brushes, baby. She doesn't really say a lot of words. She says hello. She says bye-bye. No. But when she says them, she doesn't say them like, well, she says hello and bye-bye and like she understands the context of it. Can you stop? You can play with this. Yeah. Yes. She understands the context of that, but she doesn't understand the context of when, well, I guess she kind of does a little bit when she says no. But there's some other things that she says, but she doesn't, I don't think she gets the context of what she's saying when she says those words. But she definitely does not say the 5 to 10 words that her doctor was looking for. And that was a concern that I'm sorry, I just keep thinking she's going to eat this. That was a concern that I addressed to the doctor. That was something that I was like, she hasn't really been talking that much. And, you know, the doctor said, yeah, I can see that. I understand. You do all the, no. Here, your mama's phone. Yeah. I understand, you know, I am looking at the 18-month age, which is when we went, for kids to say anywhere from 5 to 10 words. And she said, I don't really get too concerned until around 2, when they should be obviously saying a lot more words. And that was what her pediatrician had said, like her specific pediatrician had said. I said, well, that's just, you know, that's an obvious concern of mine. I am very concerned in her speech. I haven't noticed her attempting to say anything, but it's something that we've worked with. You know, we work with her all the time. We say ball, we play with ball. I'll keep the ball, and I'm like, Avery, say ball, and she just, whoa, Avery. Brian had to take Avery. She was like literally just like going wild in here. So like I said, you know, we've been doing all the things that we needed to do. We've been talking to her as much as we possibly can. I will walk down the grocery aisle and literally just talk to her. Like, I tell her everything, and we read to her all the time, and there's so many things that, you know, that we do to her, and she just doesn't show any interest in wanting to speak. And it makes me obviously a little bit nervous. I do get concerned about that, but you know, I always kind of come back and think, you know, every kid's different. Every kid will talk at their own pace. They'll walk at their own pace. You know, Avery was a couple months behind as far as like my standards, I guess my standards, as far as walking. I thought every kid walked at 1, and she didn't walk till she was 14 months, or like 13, 14 months. So I don't know, I'm concerned. I think maybe she's getting there, but it just hasn't happened yet. And I feel like with so many, I guess, so much criticism, I suppose, from my last video, and then when you're not necessarily from the doctor, because the doctor was just like, she'll get there, I just felt like overwhelmed, and I got nervous, and I was like, you know, she's really not talking. It makes me nervous, and it was a concern of mine, and it's still a concern of mine. But we have really been working on it with her. She's definitely said a couple more words, but again, like I said, I don't think she understands the context of what she's saying. Like, she'll say the word, but I don't think she actually understands what it means. But that should change soon, and that's something that I'm going to talk about in a minute. But another thing that I had a concern with, and this is something, we filled out a sheet. It was like an autism sheet for her 18-month checkup, and like everything was like a yes/no question. And the only thing I think I put no for was, does she point at things and ask what they are, or just point at things, or use her pointer finger in general. And that's just something she never did. She never used her pointer finger. She never pointed at things. And I was like, why doesn't she do that? Like, every other kid is like, what's that? What's that? What's that? But I have been noticing in the past month that is something that she's been sort of trying to do a little bit more. She'll kind of be like, so So that's something that's changed a little bit. But again, yeah, her speech. But going back to her speech, and something a little bit different is she is going to be starting daycare this month. She actually starts on October 3rd is her first day. And I am so nervous, kind of, but a little bit more excited, I feel. I was really, really nervous at first because, you know, you hear horror stories about daycares, and we obviously researched extremely hard into daycares and preschools, and I found one that's sort of like a good mixture of both. It's a daycare, but they also have a lot of like learning and like structure to it, and they have sort of like a curriculum that they follow, which I really, really liked. So I was really interested to see that, but something I'm excited about and I'm hoping for as far as her social and her speech goes is that she'll definitely pick up talking a lot more because she's around, you know, kids her age, and they're going to be jabbering all day long. So I definitely feel like she'll pick up things a lot quicker, rather than just being like back and forth between me and Brian, with Brian during the day and with me at night. I feel like that change is a little bit more difficult for her. So for her to have like sort of a structured day every single day of the week may help a little bit, and I'm hoping, you know, hearing other kids talk will help improve her speech as well. So she does start daycare. Like I said, I'm excited for her. I think it's going to be really fun. My only concern for daycare is the nap time. I think the first couple of days it's going to be hard for her to go down, you know, because they have like all these little mats next to each other in the room, so she's going to be sleeping next to a bunch of like kids and her teacher, and I feel like she's just going to be too excited. She's not going to want to go to sleep. So I'm nervous for that, but I definitely think come like the next week even, she's going to be so exhausted she's just going to like pass out on her little mat and just be like done for the day. So I'm excited for that. And you know, the daycare we chose has like a video thing, like a video website, so I can like watch her literally all day while I'm at work. So I'm very excited for that. And like I said, it starts in 2 weeks, and I think she's going to really enjoy that. So a couple other things I wrote down. Disciplining Avery has been, it's been something. She is a very sassy girl, and she has a very strong attitude, and when she gets mad now, her new favorite thing to do is squeal at the top of her lungs, and it's just like, it's so frustrating, especially in public. It's just like, if she doesn't get something, she squeals, and like you have to be like, Avery, you cannot just have that, you know. Like, I'm trying to teach her right from wrong, you know. We were at Target the other day, and I was buying her a little bouncy ball, and she wanted it so bad. And every time she had it, she would just throw it. So I was like, Avery, we have to let the lady like ring it up before you can play with it. And that was just like, oh, that just made her day. She was so mad. She hated me. She was squealing, and it's embarrassing, but you have to sort of like teach her, you know. So that was a fun teachable moment. But yeah, squealing's been great for her. And is basically just being like no, taking her away and saying no, and like, oh, she squeals so bad whenever you say no. She gets mad, she throws tantrums. Like, I swear the terrible twos are already here, and they are not fun. They're very difficult, but disciplining has just been not fun. That's something I wrote down. So a couple things that she really likes to do, some things that we've noticed that she really likes to do are stack her toys. She has I don't think I have any in here. But she's like little Frozen characters that she loves, and she'll carry them around, and like this is like all day. Like, she does this for like 6 hours straight. She'll carry them around, stack them up, and if they fall down, like God forbid they fall down, she gets so frustrated. But she just stacks them up, she has them all there, and then she takes it down one by one, walks away, does it somewhere else. Like, she loves to carry toys around, stack toys everywhere. It's like, it's just so funny to watch her. And then she also loves climbing now. She can get off and on the bed, off and on the couch, on and off chairs. And it's still pretty sick. So she loves doing that, and she loves opening doors. Our new apartment has like just like handle doors, not like the little twisty knobs. They have like handles, and like, oh my God, those are the worst. She can open every single door. It's so annoying. And the last thing I wrote down is kind of just random, but she hates swings, like swing sets at parks. She hates them, like screams, cries, hates them. They're like her worst nightmare. That's something we noticed. She used to like, be kind of like okay with swinging, but like not anymore. Like parks, like swings, no, she hates it. I think that's it. I really do think that's everything for her 19-month update. Her 20-month update should be pretty fun, considering she'll have been in daycare, so hopefully maybe some new things are happening. But I hope to see new things from her. I hope the speech does improve. I mean, like I said, we've been working really, really hard, so it's kind of like disappointing to see as much criticism as we did, because like we do work very hard with her. And her pediatrician wasn't like really too upset with it. She basically was just like, you know what, if we don't see an improvement by 2, we'll start working on it. But she said especially with going to daycare, I definitely think that she'll pick up on things a lot quicker, which is something I agree with as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed Avery's 19-month update. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.